Will the next Super Mario be 2D or 3D? Anyone's guess is as good as mine, but I'm a firm believer in history repeating itself. So let's take a look at some data to see if there's any indication of what we might get from Nintendo for the next Super Mario adventure. Super Mario Odyssey, which is my personal choice for the best Super Mario of all time, coming from someone who collected popsicle stick points to get Super Mario Bros. 3. Odyssey came out in 2017, meaning that we are now going on 6 years since the last series release. There have been 22 releases in the series since 1985, which means that we are well overdue for a new installment, and out of the 22, 68% of those games were 2D, and when looking at the best-selling Super Mario from each console, it was 2D 60% of the time. The best-selling 2D Super Mario game is exactly what you would expect with the original Super Mario Bros. On the NES from 1985. Super Mario is one of the best-selling video game series of all time, and just looking at the best-selling entry per system, we're looking at over 200 million copies sold, but only around 48 million, or around a quarter of that, were 3D. One stat that would lean towards the next Mario game being 3D is that on Nintendo's last two consoles, the Switch and the Wii U, the best-selling Super Mario game on each system has been 3D. This could indicate a change in the audience's preference or a change in Nintendo's approach. Looking at history and sales, it certainly looks like 2D Super Mario is drastically more popular, but what if we change our perspective just a little? The other way to look at this would be to figure out what has happened since it was possible to have a Super Mario in 3D. Removing all the consoles before the N64, we're now left with 7, and now 60% of the time, the best-selling Super Mario game on each console was 3D. The last time 2D was the best-selling was back in 2012 with New Super Mario Bros. 2 for the 3DS. Looking at all the data and then looking at how it looks when viewed at a point where there was an option for 3D, I would say that the next Super Mario game is going to be 3D. So if the next Super Mario game is 3D, then the big question is, will it follow up on Galaxy or Odyssey? The answer would likely be Super Mario Odyssey 2, because not only is it the best-selling 3D Super Mario game of all time, with around 24 million at the moment and continuing, but it also has more sales than both Super Mario Galaxy games combined with around 20 million. Of course, the third option is something completely new, and with little to nothing known about Nintendo's plans for 2023 after Tears of the Kingdom, it's possible that we might actually get a new Super Mario game in late 2023. We got both a Zelda and a Super Mario in 2017 with Odyssey coming out in late October. With the movie coming out soon and Nintendo needing a holiday push, it starts to make a lot of sense. If you enjoyed this video and it helped pass the time before the next Super Mario game gets released, drop a like on the video and help share it with others.